Hi everyone, and welcome to this drawing tutorial, which is actually a training, because I'm drawing in four kind of compositions of a little alley, and in every drawing there's a cat sitting in it. And I want to train myself to get acquainted with working with watercolors, and I've actually bought a frame with 4 spaces in it, and we will be using a Staedtler fine liner and watercolor pencils and a brush, of course, and water. And what I'm doing here is training myself to get better in working with colors. And the Staedtler is non-solvable in water, so that's very handy because they are tiny drawings. And what I've also done is put in some little helper lines for you to see with the graphite, because it's a one-point perspective, and it's kind of exaggerated because you can see on the left wall, which is very thick and heavy in all my drawings. The lines are bended inwards, and you can see that I keep notice of the little helper lines that I've drawn in to give direction to all the stones that are in the wall, so that it's kind of perspectively correct. And here on the right side I'm drawing in a house with some stones with the cat in front of the window, and a rain pipe which is against the wall. And I try to use as little lines as possible. It's kind of hard because I always want to draw in detail, and I'm trying to get rid of that. I want to make as little lines and just tell a little story here. And this cat, it's a black and white one, and he's looking into the alley. And in the end you can see some stair steps going on, so I want to draw in kind of steps that are going down into the alley. And also I render a little bit with this Staedtler. I render in a little bit of shadows. And here is a second house coming on the right, also with the windows. And you can see I'm still using the little helper lines to get the perspective kind of correct. Here in the more distance there are also some houses, but you can also choose for some trees or maybe even people walking down. But just keep it simple. And here you can see the stair steps coming down. It's quite a nice touch. And I simply draw in some cracks there and a little bit of shadows here and there. Here in the left there are some big stones lying. And simply just render in a little bit. You can see the stair steps getting broader every step down the way. But still, I'm keeping it as simple as possible. And then it's time for the watercolor. What I have here is a carving board, and I use that to put on some pigments from my watercolor pencils, because I'm training myself to pick up colors from that, and I'm kind of shifting a little bit between putting on colors with the pencils themselves, but I'm also training myself to do it directly with the brush. And here I've made some gray tones, and I want that left wall, which is covered in shadow, to be very dark. And what I'm actually doing is kind of figuring out where the shadows will be. There is not a lot of light on the left side of the alley. And here on the right side, the deepness of the window is picking up some shadow. And also here inside of that house, that second one, I put in some really dark gray just underneath the roof. And here behind the drain pipe, the rain pipe, and just in between the little flowers that are in the pot in front. Now the flowers in the front I want to be kind of bright, and I want to have them pop forward, so I'm trying out a little bit with some yellow and purple, well, pink actually, and just kind of look what that will do to my drawing. I also use a little bit of pink on the wall, just to see what effect that will have. Should you not be content with what you did, you can always wait a little bit for it to dry and then put another color over it. Now for this part of the alley, there's a lot of sunlight. So here I'm trying to see what yellow will do to my little drawing. Put a little bit on the window too, because here is a lot of sun, and I put some on the rain pipe. Just watch what happens if I do so. Now here on the left side I want a lot of shadow. This is the part where is well, actually no sun at all, so that needs to be dark. You can see me mixing, learning to mix on my cutting board and trying how that works out. I want the windows to be real dark, and here in between the little flowers. And here I'm going over again the stair steps that are covered in shadow. And here just behind the flowers I can use a lot of shadow to make those flowers pop out a little bit more. Here is also some shadow, and here is sun again. So it's just a matter of trying out what happens. And I'm making 4 of these, so if I ruin one, it's not that important, because this is a mere training. And I really want to advise you to make at least 4 little alleys, and make each alley just slightly different from the other. Just try out what colors will do, what shadows will do for the effect that you are trying to accomplish. Here you can see me putting yellow ochre over my pink, for instance. And then I can see what does that to my drawing again. I can also put it over the blue when I think it's too blue, and just go over it and over it if I want. So I'm not really making a wonderful drawing or something, but I'm trying to train my eye and get acquainted to, well, painting a little bit actually. And by combining drawing and painting, you can get better and better as time goes by. Well, I will leave it up to here, and I'm actually going to show you my 4 studies, and I framed them. This is the one we've been doing together. This is the second, the third one, and the last one, and here I framed them. Now I just want to watch it for a while, and soon there will be other drawings in that frame. And here's another one that I did, so please try it out, and I will hope you will be successful. Give it a big like and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again in my next tutorial.